What's up, everybody? Big weekend for Supercross at Lumen Field in Seattle, round 11. And it wasn't the only racing this weekend, but a lot of stuff happened there. Make sure you check out all the rest of the ones that I've put out, whether you're a Formula E, NASCAR, all kinds of fans of any of those. It does help. It was a great night for them in Seattle Lumen Field. I thought the racing was good. I like the different, sand section, which wasn't just pure sand like you'd see in like a Florida. It was a different combination that you see up in that area, which gave it a different thing. We got to see some things that I expected, and I called Jet dominating. Who didn't see that coming? I got to see some things I didn't like, but I did call Chase Sexton again. And we got to see some things I didn't expect at all, and we learned some things along the way, which is really good to see. And if you do go on, to Peacock and try to watch it, pay no attention to the audio issues they have at the beginning. When you turn it on, you don't hear anything. They get it fixed within a minute or so. So there will be sound the rest of it before you freak out and turn it right off. It worked perfectly fine the rest of the night. They said some technical glitches. It's funny, Lumen Field, I'm pretty sure that was like CenturyLink Field, internet. It was good to see them have technical issues in there like I always did when I had CenturyLink. But really good racing across the board. 250 Heat 1. We got to see Pierce Brown get the win. It's the fourth heat victory of his career and the first one of 2023, which is good to see, different names up there. 250 Heat 2, it got really stupid. Cameron McAdoo took himself and Jet Lawrence way out. You saw Jet go up, throw his hands at it. Yeah. And there had to be a lot of words going out of his mouth after McAdoo took him off, and he was pissed straight when he got taken out from there all the way through. And then you saw him walking through his hauler, and he didn't look happy then. I imagine he was still pretty pissed off by the end of the night until all things were said and done. That was really just dumb on Cameron's part. It was a dumb move. It didn't need to be made. It did nothing but, possibly hurt them for the night. That's really all those things do. But we got to see Levi Kitchen get the win. Good for him. Not a name you get to hear get a lot of wins, whether it's heats, LCQs. He's not a lot of LCQs, but again, you don't get to hear the name, too often on podiums of wins. So just to see him get one of those that is forward momentum, it's good to see. Happy to see it. 450 Heat 1, Christian Craig got the win. Aaron Plessinger was second. Great bounce back after how Detroit ended because he had that thing. Bad luck hit. That's the way I'm going to put it. So good to see him bounce back, even if it was just in the heat race to get a second there. That was really good. 450 Heat 2, Cooper Webb was first. Chase Sexton second. Eli Tomac third. And that was Cooper Webb's first heat win of 2023, which is surprising when you think about for how good he's run. But first one of the season, so good for him. 250 LCQ, Drake won that. 450 LCQ, Cartwright won. And then we get to the 250 main event. Styles Robertson down hard, battling for second. He did not get back up quick. He stayed down. It didn't look good, but at least it wasn't like a red flag bodyboard. Any of that stuff. When we saw him later with his shoulder, it looks like a shoulder injury. I've not seen anything yet, whether on social, Supercross website, anything. So as soon as I find anything out, I'll update everybody, probably on the Twitter page and the Facebook page, But it didn't look good, but we've seen a lot worse. So I don't think he's going to be running this weekend the way he was holding that thing and the way it looked, just in my personal opinion, from having enough injuries. But there's no backboards. There was no, lacerated livers like we saw. And, that's really good to see because we've seen a lot of knee injuries, like just people getting boarded off, concussions, all kinds of things. So at least he got off. But as soon as they let anyone know, I'll make sure to update everybody. But Jet Lawrence got the win. RJ Hampshire was second. Cameron McAdoo third on the podium. Jet looked happy then until they told him the next event was going to be a Triple Crown. And anyone that's ever seen him run Triple Crown events, luck isn't good. Look what happened in the last one where he got taken out twice by other people. It wasn't his fault. It's just not his cup of tea. So we'll see how that one works. But it was good to see him happy by the end, but who isn't when they win? And, you got to stand right next to the guy that took you out earlier. So you might as well let it go at that point. 450 main event. Chase Sexton did it again. Wrecked from the lead, coming to halfway is another not so good looking one. Sooner or later, he's going to hit it, and he's not going to be able to bounce right back up and keep going. Every time he's in the lead, no matter how big his lead, it's just something always happens. Like his pegs catching and throwing him off, like that was something, but it happened to him, and you didn't see it happen to anyone else. Last time he just seems to be a better, chasing someone than being up there and all that. Seems to keep his focus on more. So there's something he can work on, but fell back to fifth, and it continues to streak every single race. I'm not even saying, but he's super talented. He wouldn't be third in the points at 22 back, even with all of that stuff, if he was not super talented. But for the love of God, like, the love of God, it's just there's always something. And I don't know, but crazy. Eli Tomac got the win, though. Cooper Webb second, Justin Barcia third, Chase Sexton fifth. Eli Tomac ties James Bubba Stewart for second most wins all time at 50. And even if he wins, one more and gets second, he's not catching Jeremy McGrath. He's like 20 some ahead. No one's ever going to touch that record. I'll fight you over that one, though. It's not getting caught. Unless Lawrence is stick around forever, then maybe, Hunter has a chance, but that one just seems like it's so far out. I just don't see it happening. But 250 points afterward. Chet Lawrence first, RJ Hampshire second at -23, Cameron McAdoo third at -26. And the 450 points, Eli Tomac and Cooper Webb now tied for the lead, so they will both have the red number plate in their next race. And those two have just been on it all year. I mean, little mistakes by them here. Eli did have more bigger mistakes, but, he's kept himself in there by winning. So I'm really excited for the rest of that. Chase Sexton's third at -22. And overall, good racing. It was really, through that, we saw people do really good racing. We just, really dumb move by McAdoo, taking himself and Jet out in the heat race. It was pointless. It was a dumb move, but again, everyone does that. Chase Sexton did it again. And I know I keep saying it every single time, but how many times? Like literally round 11, and pretty much every single time there's been something stupid that whether he took himself out leading, he got blocked by a lapper trying to get out of the way of the leaders that didn't see him there, and he got it's just always something, and a lot of unforced errors on his part. And I think they said they cost him 27 points right now. You could do the math, but if he's in third at 22 points behind, 27 points would catch my drift. It's just always something, but we'll see. Again, Triple Crown stuff coming up. They got, I can't wait till they do the big events when the West and the East are together. I think that'll be really, really cool to see Lawrence's go at it and all the other guys. But, those guys are the class of the field. So to see them on each other and race and how they race each other is going to be really, really good. And I look forward to it. So go on Peacock if you haven't. And again, watch it. Just don't, mind the fact that there's no sound at the beginning because they do get it fixed within a minute. Freaked me out. I'm like, no, I'm really going to have to pay attention. But they got it fixed. But otherwise, what else is there to say except Chase Sexton, please God, work on whatever it is. Stop wrecking yourself and get on Peacock and watch the damn things. I've had Daytona on, have been fantastic, really good racing between people. Some dumb stuff, but you can't get away from the dumb stuff. No one can. It's always there. So thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Again, whether you're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify for podcasters, which was Anchor, same thing. It's a Spotify company, so they just put their name in there. iHeartRadio, Good Pods, Audible, YouTube, Rumble, BitChute. Whether you're seeing this on Facebook, Racing with Jesse Rosinski, Twitter, on Racing Rosinski, no matter where it is, I appreciate it. And it helps out immensely. Don't forget, you can go on Spotify for podcasters, the Anchor app there that I share. You can leave financial help every month recurring to help me out to get new equipment and cameras and, do all this and trademarks and all that. And you can also leave voice messages that I can hear. So you can tell me exactly how you feel without having to type anything, but you can still type, do whatever you want. Check out the rest of everything I did. They're everywhere. Share the hell out of them because it gets on new eyeballs and I don't have to do it and feel like I'm spamming people. I appreciate all that. And until we meet again, peace. Bye.